What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Peralt. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. And this podcast being brought to you by DraftKings and the DraftKings Pick 6. Play $5 to get $50 instantly in Pick 6 credits when you use the promo code JUICE at sign up with DraftKings and their Pick 6. Okay, I can't get a hockey bet right to save my life. We bet the over 6, final score 1-0 Vegas. Aiden Hill was great against Edmonton, but Skinner was really good too. So that was a bummer. We had the right goaltenders, but not the right game. 1-0 the win. So that unfortunately killed the day because we went 1-1 in college basketball. Villanova outright wins at home in a big performance for them against a top 15 ranked Cincinnati team. Wisconsin loses at home to Michigan. So we lost 1.1 there, and we laid the extra juice on the VGK over 6 at minus 130. So unfortunately, with the player props, we went 2-2 on the NBA player props. Got a little plus money on one of them. So we were up just barely there. So 3-3 night, down 1.25 units on the day. So that puts us down a little less than a unit for the week. So nothing serious. It's Wednesday. We got plenty of time to have a winning week here as we start the month of December. So good things coming today. If you're a college basketball fan, there are so many good games. If you want to take a crazy flyer bet, the Creighton Blue Jays are home against Kansas. The fact that Kansas is playing at Creighton University is insane. Like insane. Kansas would never soil themselves, never, tarnish their image by playing at lowly Creighton, but they are. So this environment is going to be wacko. I would take the points with the Jays. I mean, that building is going to be electric, even after what happened here in Vegas, losing 2 of the 3 games. Stephen Ashworth is back. He played in 2 of the 3 games, didn't play in the first game in which they looked awful against San Diego State, but we got a big man matchup tonight that's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of history and a lot of big brother, little brother type stuff going on. If you want something fun, take the Jays. Heck, even take the Jays money line tonight to beat KU. I don't think it'll happen, but it's one of those games where it's like the environment could play such a big part in how the game goes because the Jays haven't had a team like Kansas go in to Chi Center. I've been watching Creighton basketball for 20 years. The fact that the Kansas Jayhawks are in Omaha tonight, oh my, unbelievable. Crazy, crazy game, but that won't be an official play tonight. Just pointing out how many good basketball games we have. I do have plays, though, on the top 3 games, in my opinion, going on tonight in college basketball outside of the Creighton Blue Jays hosting Kansas. But first, let me tell you about our friends at Omaha Steaks. They are back once again. Nothing delivers comfort and joy quite like the unrivaled quality and taste of Omaha Steaks. It's guaranteed perfection every single bite, and right now you can save on unforgettable gifts with 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com, plus score an extra $30 off with the promo code JUICE. With 5 generations of expertise, they consistently deliver the world's best steak experience, and gifting experts at Omaha Steaks make it easy to deliver the perfect gift with thoughtfully curated gift packages featuring gourmet flavors. From legendary steaks to mouth-watering desserts and more, save 50% off site-wide for a limited time at omahasteaks.com. Plus, Juice listeners get an extra $30 off with the promo code JUICE. That's 50% off omahasteaks.com and an extra $30 off with the promo code JUICE. Minimum purchase may be required. Okay, let's start with number 1, Auburn, according to KenPom, against number 4, Duke, according to KenPom. The number is Duke -2. According to KenPom, this is a 2-point win for Duke. These 2 teams, this is awesome. Bruce Pearl taking his team to take on Duke. They're going to Cameron Indoor. This game's on ESPN at 9:15 Eastern time. This environment is going to be crazy. You have the number 1 offensive efficient team in basketball in Auburn against the number 1 defensive team efficiency in Duke. You have the number 3 offensive effective field goal percentage in Auburn, the number 4 defensive effective field goal percentage in Duke. We have the number 1 2-point shooting team in basketball in Auburn and the number 3 defensive 2-point shooting team in Duke. Crazy. I mean, crazy strength on strength. So where does it get separated? Well, Duke's offense. Duke is 22nd in efficiency on offense. Auburn is 8th. Effective field goal percentage, Duke is 53rd. Defensive effective field goal percentage defense, Auburn is 41st. 3-point percentage, Auburn defensively is 215th. You can hit threes. They don't give up offensive rebounds, but you can hit threes on them. And that could be a problem here as Cooper Flagg and company may get loose. Look, I have not been good with Duke. I told you guys before, I got the Duke bet right finally, or I would not bet Duke anymore. I was like, I'm not betting Duke anymore here. And we took Kansas plus 3.5, and Kansas won the game outright. I was wrong on Kentucky. That was on a neutral. This game is at Cameron Indoor. Auburn going to Cameron. You don't see this very often from an SEC school going on the road, true road game to Cameron Indoor. If you don't have experience in this building, I'm sorry. Give me Duke, okay? Give me Duke. The rebounding is a big question mark here in this game. I can't wait to watch it and see it. But Duke has been very good at keeping teams off the glass this year. They're 23rd in the country defensively in giving up offensive rebounds, not giving up offensive rebounds. And on the flip side, Duke's been pretty good at grabbing offensive rebounds for them. Obviously, Cooper Flagg needs to be great. Obviously, Knuble needs to hit a bunch of threes for them here tonight. But, I mean, I can't wait to watch this game. Auburn, Duke is so good. I'll lay the 2 points. Duke -2 at home at Cameron Indoor up against Auburn. Bet number 2, and this is the game that will precede right before it. Alabama out of the SEC on the road at North Carolina. Here we go. According to KenPom, it's a 2-point win for North Carolina. The line is -2 for North Carolina. Strength on strength once again here on this because Alabama's offense is 3rd in efficiency. UNC's defense is 65th in efficiency. 63rd in effective field goal percentage for Alabama. 176th for North Carolina. That's not great. Alabama plays fast. 14th in average possession time, 15.1 seconds. North Carolina on offense, they play faster, 14.4. Efficiency on offense, 6th for North Carolina, 53rd for Alabama defensively. If you want to play the over in this game, I don't think it's a bad play at all. The only problem that I see about playing the over, it's 175 in a college basketball game. 175 is absolutely outrageous. I don't think I can remember a higher total in college basketball in a regular season. 175, 175.5. North Carolina is 6-1 to the over this year. Alabama is 4-3-1, but away from home, they're 4-1. The only game that went under for North Carolina was when they played Auburn over in Hawaii, and that game went under by 11 points. The game against Oregon, the game that Alabama lost in the championship game of the Players era here in Vegas, the game went under by 1.5 points. It was 165.5, 83-81 the final, okay? Previously, Rutgers, Houston, Illinois, Purdue all flew over for Alabama. North Carolina plays fast. Alabama plays fast. 175, are you kidding me? I can't play it. So that's why I'm just going to go ahead and follow KenPom on this. I think Carolina at home at the Dean Smith Center, again for Alabama. This is a tough spot for them, having to go on the road after they come back from Vegas, where they beat Houston in an overtime game. They beat Rutgers by 5 in a hard-fought game, and they lost to Oregon 83-81 on Saturday. They then have to go right to North Carolina in a true road game. In their other true road game against Purdue, they lost the game 87-78. It is a harder place to play in Chapel Hill than it is. And Purdue is a hard place to play. I'm not knocking Purdue. Purdue's a hard place to play. But Carolina is equally hard, if not harder, to go down there and play. And if you're not ready for it, Boy, oh boy, oh boy. They have the Creighton Blue Jays at home on Saturday. This is a really tough spot of the schedule. It gets much easier for Alabama after the Creighton game. They play North Dakota, Kent State, and South Dakota State before starting SEC play. I think Carolina gets them here. Carolina -2 for 1.1 units. And finally, we go to Ames, Iowa. This game on ESPN Plus. It is the number 7th ranked KenPom team in Iowa State hosting the number 9 ranked team in Marquette. Hilton Coliseum. Iowa State, fresh off their trip to Maui, where they lost to Auburn and then beat Dayton and then beat Colorado. They had a big lead against Auburn and they melted. Huge lead. Great learning experience. This is TJ Otzelberger against Shaka Smart. Amazingly enough, the total for this game is actually pretty high. And I thought about betting the under in this game, but the reason why I'm not going to bet the under in this game is because something tells me that Iowa State's going to get going here. They're 0-3 at home, 3-0 to the under, Iowa State, but that's because they played Mississippi Valley State, Kansas City, and IUPUI. So not 44, 56, 52. They scored a ton. Iowa State is scoring this year. They're scoring a lot of points. So I'm concerned about playing the under in this game. 79-74 projection, 5-point number. According to KenPom, the number is 5. Iowa State -5. Iowa State is shooting the ball pretty well this year. They're 7th in 2-point shooting in the country. They're 158th in 3-point shooting, but they're getting better. They were cold, and they've warmed up from behind the arc in Maui. They're 27th in effective field goal percentage. They're 4th in adjusted efficiency on offense. Can't bet an under with that. Even with Marquette's defense being 6th in efficiency and Shaka Smart, I can't do it. I can't bring myself because Iowa State's at home. Hilton magic is real. And the Iowa State defense has been pretty good this year, but not outstanding. 113th in 3-point defense, 156th in 2-point defense. They're 122nd in effective field goal percentage. They're 13th in efficiency defensively. So I would lean towards the under in the game, but I think Iowa State's going to have too much here. I think Hilton Magic, I think the length of Iowa State is going to come into play here. Lipsy running the point for them, I think, is going to be awesome. I love Cam Jones. He's tremendous for Marquette, but I just think there's too much talent, too much size, and too much length here for Iowa State and speed. I think Iowa State would look to play fast here, go up tempo. Both these teams play fast for that matter. 12th in average possession length for Marquette, 21st in Iowa State. Another reason why the under is a difficult game to bet, a difficult play to make here for this one. Even though the first move on the number was 152.5, it's been bet down to 151.5. So the first move came to the under. I'll lay the 5. Iowa State -5 up against Marquette. I think they're just going to have too much at home for Marquette here. I don't think this is going to be a fun number. This is going to be a sweat, okay? We're going to be sweating free throws at the end of this game, trying to see if they can cover this, but I think Iowa State will get the job done at home. I'll lay the 5. I'll follow KenPom's projection and lay the 5. All right, so 3 bets in college basketball going here for today. All favorites. Chalky is always a very scary situation. Duke -2 at home against Auburn. Iowa State -5 at home against Marquette, and North Carolina -2 at home against Alabama. Awesome night of watching college basketball here tonight for us. And if you want extra, you can take the points with the Jays at home. Home teams in December. It's a thing, guys. Betting on home teams in December. I like doing it. I'll continue to do it. My name is Matt Peralt. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt. Every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast, presented by DraftKings.